What is up? Welcome back to yet another Major Ben gaming video. Starfield Day is upon us and we're going to be testing this game. Now, I just want to say quickly, I actually have to use Proton Experimental to get this game to run. I am going to be doing a video and tutorial today as well. So in a few hours, you will have a video coming out about how to get this game to run on the Steam Deck. So I will be showing you later on in the day. So for now, let's do the test, see how this game performs on the Steam Deck, see what you can expect to get out of this game. So yeah, I've not played much. We're on the first world at the moment, and you kind of will see what the game looks like, what you can expect performance-wise to get out of the Steam Deck. Obviously, certain areas are more demanding than others, but we're going to do the best to kind of just test this game, see what's up with it, and go from there. Now, this is running off the micro SD card. As I always say, I'm not sure why I'm wearing a headset, considering the audio doesn't actually go through to that headset. But let's jump in and... yeah, we know all this. So let's just jump into the settings for a second. So we go to display. As you can see, it's set it to 720p. Everything is on low, and dynamic render resolution scale is on 0, and sharpening is down. Upscaling is on FSR2, and sorry, 50% we're on for that. And let's just see, jumping into the game, what you can actually expect from the Steam Deck. Now, obviously, we are capturing this through a capture card, so don't worry, it's not impacting the deck's performance in any way at all. It's just outputting to a monitor, and we're still running it at 720p, which is the Steam Deck's resolution, so do not worry about that. We're going to carry on from where I left off, which should be on my ship, I believe. As you can see, we're only level... Well, actually, you can't see, but we're already level 2, as you can see there. So, again, running off the micro SD card so you can see what the loading times are like. Worst case, I do have a 512GB Steam Deck with an SSD, but again, we'll test it worst case and make sure that you guys can expect this kind of performance. Now, this device is certainly blowing some hot air out the top right now, and load times are certainly long on a micro SD, but I may do a video where we test the difference between micro SD loading times and SSD loading times, and it's just interesting, isn't it, to see what you can expect out of stuff. But here we go. Now, this looks awful. Now, it looks awful through the monitor that I'm playing on, like it's extremely blurry, but at the end of the day, we are actually getting 30 FPS. Let's just open this and go to Crete, which is a planet, not the Greek island. So yeah, it doesn't look very good, but you can see that we are getting... we're getting 30 FPS, but I certainly wouldn't want to play it like this. So I think this is certainly going to be a miss, but let's see what we can actually do in terms of going into the settings. Let's change it to that. Let's do our own, can we do our own resolution? It's not going to let us change our own resolution, really? Okay, that's fine. Let's just turn that to off a second and just see if it actually looks or plays any better. I think, did that save my settings? Sorry, I'm still getting used to the menu for Starfield, guys. It's pretty odd with some of the controls. So yeah, okay, it has. Dynamic resolution is off. Let's just turn all that off for a second. Let's turn variable rate shading off. Okay, I think everything is literally as low. Let's turn off depth of field, because that's another thing that can be a little demanding. Let's just do everything off. Now, this is natively now. This isn't with FSR, so we're actually looking still way below the resolution of, or sorry, the frame rate that we want to be getting here. Let's go back and turn on FSR2. Let's crack that down to 75, maybe? Yeah, 75. Let's go with 75%. Okay, so definitely going to leave on motion blur because we're already running at 30 FPS. But to be fair, this is running. Now, I do just want to say, game has just launched today. We're not giving Valve any time here to actually optimize this game to the Steam Deck at all. So bear that in mind. Like, we could see an increase in performance if Valve does do anything, because to be fair, we're running at 30 FPS, and if we actually cap our device, let's go down here. Does half rate shading make a difference? A couple of FPS, not a lot. But anyway, let's drop this. What about if we do it? does that apply FSR again or something? I don't even know how that works with when you've already got it in game. But anyway, what we're going to do, let's cap this to 30 FPS so we get hopefully a little bit more stable frame time graph. And let's just walk around. Wow. Okay, I personally at this time, looking at how this looks on a screen, now yeah, it's not so bad on the deck itself, but looking at how this looks with the frame time graphs and stuff, I would absolutely not class this as playable. And as I said, we're on the first planet. This is probably not the most demanding place. We've seen some of the other built up areas. I can imagine this becoming a full-on slideshow in those situations. So yeah, I would definitely put this as unplayable at this time, but I'm still going to do a video showing you how to get this game to run. If you genuinely want to play it like this and you think, well, I don't have any other device to play Starfield on and this is the only way I can do it, then sure, like I'd say it's viable. You could play it. It's playable technically. We're getting 30 FPS. It looks like a clay image, like you've made it out of clay, like it really does. I'm just gonna look at the smaller screen. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely better on the handheld compared to the monitor, obviously, but there is a lot up with how this looks. Like it does not look good, guys. It really doesn't. And again, the performance is terrible. So I think we'll leave it there. I don't want to overdo this video because I think in a few days' time we may see Valve do something. Valve tends to actually go in and tune their games and help developers out sometimes to get these games to run on their device. So I don't want to like promise that, but I'm certainly going to be keeping an eye out for updates over the next few days and seeing if the deck says playable on it over a few days. So do stay tuned. But for now, I'm going to go away and do a recording of how to actually get this game to run on the Steam Deck, because I think that's going to be pretty important. You guys are going to want to see how that's done. So leave a like, subscribe. Starfield, by the way, just to give you a bit of opinion, so far I've played obviously up to level 2 and I've done the first intro bit where you fight some raiders and stuff. I played it on my 4090. Performance actually isn't as bad as I thought it would be. I know that's saying a lot judging by what we're looking at, but it's actually runs okay. Now I do have a 4090, but the game is performing. I'm running it at 4K. I get above 60 FPS, which is actually probably bad for a 4090, but I'm just happy I'm able to get native or 4K with a slight bit of upscaling of FSR2. Sucks we don't have frame generation. Sucks we don't have DLSS, but that's just the way it is. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you've enjoyed this video, and hopefully we get updates for Starfield, and I will update you on the channel if we do. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.